Turn around, get all the way up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Toya, and today I have a special video. Well, I wouldn't call it a real special video. Right now my head hurt and I kind of feel like I'm coming down with a cold or something, because like my nose is running. Not right now, but my nose is running, and then like my throat felt a little itchy, scratchy, so I had got me some tea. I already started drinking it. Today's a seafood mukbang, and then I also have a story time today on all of the jobs that I was fired from. Go ahead, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I got some napkins for my hands. I got this is the seafood that I have here. So I got a cluster of crab legs. I got like 10 shrimp. It's supposed to be like jumbo shrimp, but I guess it's a decent size. Then I got 2 corns, and I got 2 potatoes, and then I got like 2 sausages. Right here is some, trying to see if it was still warm, but it's still warm. This is some mild cheese queso dip. Then I got some butter. Everybody else be having these big bowls of like sauce. Was butter, and it's like seasoned butter basically. I put some Old Bay in here, the one with the herb, but I wanted to pour it on top of the do I want to pour it on the top? Maybe not. But anyway, and then I got like some ketchup, because I like ketchup on my potatoes. Alright, so let's get started. But I am so hungry. My head hurts so much. I hope y'all doing okay. Each and every one of you, I hope you're doing okay. Your day's going good. Ooh, got a little warm. This cool, I'm still gonna eat it. Okay, so the first job that I was fired from was Zaxby's. I would say Zaxby's was like my first job, but it wasn't my first job. My very first job was like the staffing event company that I worked for. I still work there. I still work for them. I'm gonna try this sauce. Working at Zaxby's, I worked at Zaxby's for like a good couple of months, you know, and I was working in the back, so I was like flipping toast, and like they'll have me like go do the dishes in the back, and then I will also like, what else would I do? Yeah, I would do the dishes in the back and stuff. And then I would drop chicken, like the chicken tenders. I would drop the chicken tenders. And that's all right. And I don't have any scissors, so we're just gonna use what God gave us, okay? What was I saying? But yeah, I'm so hungry. I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, I would drop tenders, and then I would go get chicken, the wings, and I would like fry those and stuff like that. And then this is where they messed up. They went and put me on in the cash register. But it was also my fault, because I believe the general manager had asked me if I wanted to like move to the front, because I didn't have to. but they wanted me to. And I said, you know what? It's something different. Let me go ahead and try it out, see what happens. So I go to the front, and now I'm in front of the people. So I have great customer service. Like, I can say, thank you for coming. Do you need anything else? Make sure the customer is satisfied, basically. Ooh. But anyway, yeah. So I was only on the cash register for I was only on the cash register for what, 2 days, I believe. Then it was like that second day, I was counting the drawer, and then the drawer ended up coming up short. So I counted it like 3-4 good times, because sometimes they wanted us to count it at least 2 or 3 times. But I had counted it and then counted it again and counted it again. I just wanted to make sure that what I had was what I had, and not what I was supposed to have. I didn't have what I was supposed to have. I don't remember how much it was supposed to be, but yeah, I had brought it to like the manager's attention. That was the manager at the time. They were like, oh, well, they're like, your drawer came up short. And it was like, the manager was asking me like as if I was stealing the money or something. I'm like, I didn't steal nothing. And technically I wasn't even on the register the whole time. Even though like the register, it was under my name, because they put it under my name. But like, they had me do other stuff too. So like, I would have to go and that's so cute. But I would have to go, like, make sure the bathroom is stocked, basically clean the floors, wipe the table. They had me doing other stuff like that. So I would have to walk away. Of course, customers was coming in. Not a whole lot of customers was coming in at the time, I don't believe, but customers still coming in. Shit. I'm gonna have to get that later. But yeah, so they're like, well, we're just gonna have to file investigation, and they were just basically saying like, could I get the money to put back in there in the register? And I'm just like, no, like I don't get paid till later on this week, and it's Monday. I don't know what day it was, I'm just saying. But like, yeah, so they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to file investigation, we'll let you know what happened, blah blah blah. So some time goes by. Then my mama's like, have you heard back from your job or whatever? And I'm just like, they were supposed to call me. And she was like, well, sometimes you gotta call them. So basically I called them. And then one of the new managers had answered the phone, and I was like, hey, how you doing, blah blah blah. I was like, I was just wondering, when I would come in, because no one told me anything. They were supposed to tell me like when I was supposed to come in. Nobody said nothing. And then they were supposed to do this like investigation. He didn't know nothing about it, basically, so I had to tell him the whole story. Then he left from the phone. He was like, I'll be right back. Then he was like, yeah. He was like, and you didn't get a phone call from nobody? I'm like, no. I never see a phone call, text message, notification, no email, nothing. So he was like, yeah. He was like, I just want to apologize. They decided to let you go. And I'm just like, so you can find out that I will let go, but they couldn't take the initiative to call me. Man, that was some BS, honestly. And yeah, at the time I got fired from Zaxby's. The next job, I got fired from Kroger. And the crazy part about this was like my first month. So I worked a whole month there. Made sure I came in on time and everything. Like, I did my job. But how I got fired from there, so they sat me down, and it was just like this manager, and then it was like this other manager, but this manager was always like in the back, and sometimes you don't ever see him for real. But he was sitting in there, and I'm just like, why are there two people in here? Like, this ain't never happened to me before, so I don't know how this goes. But they were just like, yeah, we'll let that sit marinate in there. Give it sausage, the sausage. Kind of fat, plump. So. Look at the sausage. But yeah, so they had called me in the back, and they was just like, not in the back, but you know what I mean. Called me, sent me in the office, sat in the office, and then they were like, yeah, I can't remember the whole conversation. All I remember is them telling me that I was making meals out of the samples. And when the other managers would call me on the thing, because they would have to call you on the intercom to come to the front or whatever, they said that they would have to keep calling me to the front. They didn't know where I was at. And I'm like, how? Like, okay, so my thing is, you ask me to do something, I'm going to do it. If somebody else comes and they ask me to do something that's over them, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're asking me to do something. So I'm going to go do it. They would have me, of course, doing go bags, so I would just take some of the items that were like in baskets or whatever. Like, I would have to take them back and put them back where they belong. So they have me do that. They'll have me sweeping the floor. Sometimes they'll have me outside bringing in the carts, and it was hot. Like, I came in when it was like hot outside, so it was like crazy hot outside. But yeah, most of the other female, some of the other managers were female managers. So I don't know if they had something against me or what the case may be, but they went and told this man that when they call me, I don't ever show up. You know, it's like I be hiding, and then I make meals out of the samples, because this is the Kroger that was on like in Midtown, and that's the one that would be giving out samples like every single day. So, and then mind you, I'm not the only person that would be getting a sample. Like, I would get a sample, and it would be like a you know, the different items or whatever. I don't want to sit there and just be eating it, but like, I would like leave, come back, get a snack, because I don't have any snacks to bring to work. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to do that. I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing that, I guess. But yeah, like, I would go, leave, come back, get another sample, leave, come back. How was I making meals out of samples? Then one of the girls that I knew was still working there, she was talking about, girl, tell me why after you left, the supervisor or whatever was caught stealing from the store. I'm like, nah, that ain't nothing but karma. They should have let me go. Because then there was other people that they found out was stealing from the store and stuff. I'm like, but I ain't never stole nothing. Never stole nothing. Because that's not how I am. Like, that's not how I do things. Like, you tell me I'm able to do this and that, cool, I'm gonna go by that. But I'm not about to sit here and steal from my job. Like, that's some crazy. So that's just crazy. So yeah, like the whole supervisor, yeah, she got caught taking merchandise and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, the things that happen when you leave a job. Okay. Then it's to work at the airport. Man, it was only cool because you got to see celebrities every now and again, so that was cool. But This one is kind of short. The only reason I had left, the only reason I had left that job, I didn't leave. I got fired. But the only reason I had lost that job was because they didn't want you to like be in school. They didn't want you to work another job and be working there. But I'm like, y'all don't even pay enough for me to even have this one job. So what you mean? But I just, you know, at the time I was still, you know, working there. I still work for the staffing event company, but it was just like on the weekends, and I believe I didn't work on the weekends, so it was, you know, whatever. But yeah, because they had wanted to know like something. I can't remember. My head hurts still. But yeah, and then they asked me if I had another job, and I was like, yes. But I was like, yeah, like I have another job. And they were like, oh, okay. And they just asked for my badge right then and there. I was just like, dang, for real? That serious though? I said, okay. And it was funny because like the girl that I got to know, my homegirl, because that's how we became friends. We was working at the airport together and everything. We got cool, and she was in the room standing right next to me when they asked my badge. She gonna hand hers to them, talk about, you want mine too? And they were like, do you have another job too? And they were like, and she was like, no. And they was like, oh, you good or whatever. But she didn't want to work there no more either. So we both kind of lost the job that day, cause she didn't even want to go back. The other job that I got fired from was Chipotle.
Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my life.
And I was working at Chipotle for like a good year. Like a good 6 months to a year. I was working at Chipotle. Yeah, I was working at Chipotle for a good minute. I kind of liked it. I did it, and I did. Me and the supervisor, like, we would go at it every now and again. But it was so much love, and we were all like family, that it was just like, once everything was like said and done, we were still cool again. So they wasn't gonna like let me go or nothing. And then I was a good employee. Like, I had like a lot of the regulars, they loved, you know, when I would come in and everything. Like, they would ask about me. Some of them would ask about me because they personally would love for me to like wrap their burritos and like just make their food, serve their food or whatever. But yeah, so there was this new GM, because there was a female before. She was real cool. I mean, like real cool. But the new one was this guy, and it was like this African guy, because he wasn't even working there that long either. But yeah, he wasn't working there that long either. And then he would come in and have me do this and that, and he would basically like just put me on the spot. And I'm like the only black person that was in there working, that would be working in there like in the morning time sometimes. So I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like sometimes it got annoying because they would be in the back speaking in Spanish, and I'd be like in the front doing what I gotta do. And it would just be like, I don't know. They would do that throughout the store though. That was annoying. But anyway, yeah, he would come in and have me doing just general stuff. But anyway, so this was the day I basically just walked. I didn't walk out. But anyway, let me just say it. So we was doing something. I guess he like wanted to talk to us some in the back or whatever. So I went to the front, you know, and because we were starting to open, we opened at 10:45. So I went on ahead and I had washed my hands, because we gotta wash our hands, then put on our gloves, and then just sit at the front. So he comes and he's like, okay, and I want everybody to wash their hands. What? Are you kidding me? So I was like, you know what? I already washed my hands, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Just because he asked and everybody's doing it, so let me go ahead and do it again. So I did it again, right? He turns his back, and like one of the other managers, like she had left the water on, and it's like the last step was to like turn the water off, but she didn't turn the water off. She kept it on, so I washed my hands, and then I left it on. Soon as I go to wipe my hands dry, this man talking about, oh, you missed a step, now do it again. And he said it just like that. Like, you missed a step, now do it again. He didn't ask me like, you know, you kind of missed a step, but it's okay. You know, throughout the day, we'll just wash our hands or whatever, just to get accustomed to it. He didn't say that. He went on ahead and just got smart and was just like, do it again. And I'm like, excuse me? I said, oh no sir, I'm not washing my hands again. I just washed my hands, and then before you even wanted everybody to wash their hands, I washed my hands. Then again I went on ahead and washed my hands, and that's only because everybody else was doing it. And now you want me to wash my hands again? I said, oh no, I'm not doing it. So he was like, no, you're not doing it. And then my the supervisor was like, he's like, come on, he's like you did, you missed this step, you know, just, it's okay, just do it again. I said, no. You see how he was just saying it to me? Like, no, I feel like you just pointed it out to me. You ain't had nobody else sitting here rewash their hands. No, I'm not doing it. So then he was like, what? No. He was like, all right. He was like, well, you can go. I said, okay. And I had left. I punctured myself. So I left, and I'm thinking, you know, everything's cool. Like, I'll just leave for the day and then come back. I came back that next morning to come in for my shift, and they're like, honey, you don't work here no more. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? So the supervisor went, and because she don't speak that good of English, yeah, she speaks straight Spanish. But I guess she went and spoke to the supervisor, and he, of course, like, confirmed it, I guess. It was like, yeah, honey, I'm sorry. They put you in the system as non-rehiring. I said, what? He put me in the system as non-rehirable? My thing is, all I said was, no, I'm not washing my hands again. What? Why was that such an issue for you to even put me as non-rehirable in the system? So then, that, like, I went back the next day, of course. Well, no, that was that day. They were like, yeah, you're not rehirable. And they were like, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, so I didn't get no type of notification or nothing, no messages. There was no, oh, you've been fired. Nobody said nothing. So that was that. Then this other job that I just got fired from not too long ago was S2G. And what S2G is a support services group. And I went from, because it's in this building or whatever, it's a call center job, and all we're doing is answering calls all day, whatever. I never had experience in that, and it was just cool to do anyway. But I'm trying to think, I went from David Yearman, because David Yearman was like a jury, just jury, But basically, this man and his wife started their own jewelry company like a long time ago, and they got like their son in it and everything. Like, it was just a family business basically with jewelry things. But anyway, and then I switched over to Post, and what Post was, we just answered calls and about customer complaints basically, and oh my bad, but yeah, it's just customer complaints about a restaurant experience at like Waffle House, or like I was only taking those calls. I was taking like Taco Del Mar, I was taking Checkers, I was taking what was another one I was taking? I didn't take Waffle House though. They didn't give me that one. Steak and Shake, that was a big one. Everybody loved calling in for that. And then there was Marie Callender's, Perkins, and that's like, that just coincides with each other, so it's like kind of like the same thing basically. But yeah, and it was just my attendance. They fired me because of my attendance. They were just like, cause I would like, as you've seen my other video, and if you haven't seen my other video, go watch that. I'll have that in the description box below. Go ahead and watch that video. I was in pain that day. I was literally in pain, like not to the point where I wanted to cry, because I guess I just cry so much about it that it's just like, it just hurts, like I'm just in pain. But yeah, I would be in pain a lot, and I would just call out. And it's like, I don't like being around people, you know, when I'm in pain and stuff. And I done already gave them doctor's notes, excuses, and everything. I was working there for a good minute. This would have been like my first full year there. They was just like, yeah, I know, it's just your work ethic, like everything else, like your work ethic is great. Like, you know, I take the calls great, everything else is great, but it's just like my attendance, like they just basically got tired of me calling out and stuff. Mind you, I know I'm not the only person that kept calling out and stuff, but whatever. But yeah, I'm just like, man, that's crazy. After all the doctor's notes and everything, they're still like, no, we don't want you here anymore. But those were all the jobs I got fired from. Zaxby's was because my cash register, the register came up short. Then Kroger, I was making too many meals out of the samples, and whenever they would call me, I wouldn't show up. That was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie. And the fact that he was just staring me in my face, and I was like, and then I could tell, I was like looking at them, and I could tell they wanted me to say something, but I ain't say nothing. I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cool. I'll thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your day. And that was it. But, and then, was at Kroger, the airport. I told they ass I had another job. If I didn't tell them I had another job, I probably would still be working there. Probably. But I would have stopped a long time ago, because I kept getting sick. And I was working on the international side, so all those people was coming in from the other countries and stuff, coughing, hacking and everything, like, And then S2G was because of my attendance. And that was it. I'm still yet to, like, figure out why. Like, not why, but how can I work a steady job and still be, like, going through these emotions. Like, sometimes my legs hurt. Like, my legs be in pain. Literally. Like, my legs would be in pain. My back would be in pain. I'll have a whole migraine. I'll be nauseous. Like, I cannot go to work like that. Like, it was just hard for me to even, like, go to work like that. Like, seriously. But yeah, you know, that's the end of this video. Those are all the jobs that I got fired from. Oh, dang it. I've been dropping a lot of stuff today. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all. So go ahead and like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to tap that bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Wow, my head hurts so bad. Thanks again for watching this video, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for all the support and acknowledgement and just for being here. I really appreciate every last one of you. Love you guys. See you guys in my next video. Bye.
Act like you know me when you don't understand me. Don't tell me you love me when you don't understand me. All of a sudden you wanna be my family, but when I was hurting you had nothing to hand me. Don't act like you know me.